So I'm here with some people from Square City Comics. Just like last year, they've got a lot of really exciting stuff going on and a lot of really quirky stuff. So first of all, why don't you tell me about the Kickstarter you guys have going on right now?
Well, we're actually working on our 4th anthology called Sensus Obscura. It's 12 stories all dealing with emotions that are difficult to express via words alone. So we've got a lot of great work, a lot of returning artists, a lot of brand new artists to the project.
Yeah, you told me a little bit about that yesterday, and I think that one of the really cool things about it is it's a visual medium. Mm-hmm. So, of course, it's perfect for something you can express with words.
Yeah.
And often, there's some writers and some artists use words as a crutch with comics, but it really is something special when you could just have a series of pages without any words that really get something across. Do you read Hawkeye, Matt Fraction's Hawkeye?
I haven't read it yet. I've been told I need to.
You must. Yes. You must. So he adopts his dog, and there's an entire issue that's from the dog's point of view. There's no talking. It's
God, no,
it's
I definitely need to pick
yeah. It's everything the way the dog sees. And whenever people talk, you just see like squiggly lines because he doesn't understand what they're saying other than his name and like food. Yeah. So you definitely got to check that out. And this sounds really exciting. But you've got this book called Dr. Destructica.
Yes, got it right here.
And so you guys were telling me before, it's this kid who gets bullied.
Yes.
And he gets help from a mad scientist.
Yeah, a friendly mad scientist.
A friendly mad scientist.
Yes.
And it's written in the style of Dr. Seuss?
Yeah, it's written in basically each page is sort of one image, and the text is all in Dr. Seuss style rhyme.
Excellent. So the reason I called you up here is that means a lot to me for two reasons. Number one, huge Dr. Seuss fan. It was how I bonded with my father. It's how I'm bonding with my 4-year-old.
Okay.
It's really great way to read to your parents and get a lot out of it. But the other thing is, I was horribly bullied as a child.
Oh, really?
Yeah, to the point where, one time I actually ended up, I kept going to the teachers, and they wouldn't do anything. They're like, well, just tough it up, And I ended up I couldn't take it anymore. I split the kid's lip, and they sent me to the principal's office.
Of course.
And eventually I just threw it out because the kid had been beating me up all year long, And so I didn't have a mad scientist to help me out. Did that happen to you as well? I mean, obviously not exactly the same story as me, but did you have?
Not too much.
Uh-huh.
In fact, looking back, I'm kind of surprised I wasn't bullied more. But so I guess I'm just lucky.
Well, that's always a good thing to be able to say.
Yeah. But I had some friends who got it a lot more. I could usually generally talk my way out of it, but I knew some kids who couldn't do that.
And did you do all colors, lettering, everything on your book?
No, I just did the writing. I found my artist, whose name is Dustin Evans, through DeviantArt.
Oh, nice.
And so we worked out a deal, and he basically illustrated and lettered the whole book.
Cool. And before you were kind of cat nerding out with some people here.
Yes.
The cat comics that you guys were talking about, did you write those?
Yes, that was my very first 24-hour comic. It's a challenge issued by Scott McCloud where you write and draw a 24-page comic in 24 hours. I'm addicted to them. I've done it 5 times.
Nice.
I'm working on my 6th one next month, hopefully.
So it's kind of like a comics NaNoWriMo almost.
Exactly.
And so how does the pace end up working out? Do you end up doing like a page an hour, or does it kind of a lot at the beginning and then you kind of like eventually?
It varies from comic to comic. You try to push out a page an hour. I like to plan out the comic just in quick thumbnails or notes beforehand, and then work. That I take like an hour or 2 to do that, and then I just punch out the pages as quickly as possible.
Awesome. Is there anything else that you guys wanted to share, either about Square City Comics or your own comics?
Well, I just want to say I love Square City Comics. I'm one of the founding members. And we are absolutely welcome to new members. So if you're based in the DC, Baltimore area, we'd love to have you join us. We meet at Phantom Comic once a month. It's a great place to be if you're into making comics, if you want to start, if you're already in comics, and that kind of thing. We'd love to have you.
Yeah, I would say I found them through meetup.com.
Nice.
When I had first moved to the city and didn't really know anybody. So I started going to their meetings, made some friends, and up until that point, writing comics was something I'd always wanted to do. But I was thought, oh well, I can't do this. I mean, it's so hard. How am I going to find people? How am I going to do all this? But really just talking to people who are already in the process, who are already either at the same level as me or a few steps ahead of me, it kind of demystified the process. And it's like after a couple years going to the meetings, I finally started writing.
Yeah. Well, thank you for speaking to me. And guys, make sure you check them out. I'll have their URL right on the webpage. Thanks.